Prologue to Dido and Aeneas. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Dido and Aeneas. An opera performed at Mr. Josiah Priest's boarding school at Chelsea by young gentlewomen. The words made by Mr. Nahum Tate. The music composed by Mr. Henry Purcell. The Prologue. Phoebus rises in the chariot over the sea, the Nereids out of the sea. Phoebus. From Aurora's spicy bed, Phoebus rears his sacred head, his coursers advancing, curvetting and prancing. First Nereid. Phoebus strives in vain to tame 'em, with ambrosia fed too high. Second Nereid. Phoebus ought not now to blame 'em, wild and eager to survey the fairest pageant of the sea. Phoebus. Tritons and Nereids come pay your devotion. Chorus. To the new rising star of the ocean. Venus descends in her chariot, the Tritons out of the sea, the Tritons dance. Nereid. Look down, ye orbs, and see a new divinity. Phoebus. Whose lustre doth outshine your fainter beams, and half eclipses mine. Give Phoebus leave to prophesy. Phoebus all events can see. 10,000 harms from such prevailing charms to gods and men must instantly ensue. Chorus. And if the deities above are victims of the powers of love, what must wretched mortals do? Venus. Fear not, Phoebus, fear not me, a harmless deity. These are all my guards ye view, what can these blind archers do? Phoebus. Blind they are, but strike the heart. Venus. What Phoebus says is always true, they wound indeed, but 'tis a pleasing smart. Phoebus. Earth and skies address their duty to the sovereign queen of beauty, all resigning, none repining at her undisputed sway. Chorus. To Phoebus and Venus our homage we'll pay, her charms bless the night as his beams bless the day. The Nereids dance. Exit. Spring enters with her nymphs, scene the grove. Venus. See the spring in all her glory. Chorus. Welcome, Venus, to the shore. Venus. Smiling hours are now before you, hours that may return no more. Exit Phoebus, Venus. Soft music. Spring. Our youth and form declare, for what we were designed, 'twas nature made us fair, and you must make us kind. He that fails of addressing, 'tis but just he should fail of possessing. The spring and nymphs dance. Shepherdesses. Jolly shepherds, come away to celebrate this genial day, and take the friendly hours you vow to pay. Now make trial, and take no denial. Now carry your game, or for ever give o'er. The shepherds and shepherdesses dance. Chorus. Let us love and happy live, possess those smiling hours, the more auspicious powers and gentle planets give. Prepare those soft returns to meet, that makes love's torments sweet. The nymphs dance. Enter the country shepherds and shepherdesses. He. Tell me, prithee, Dolly, and leave thy melancholy, why on the plains the nymphs and swains this morning are so jolly. She. By Zephyr's gentle blowing, and Venus' graces flowing, the sun hath been to court our queen, and tired the spring with wooing. The sun doth gild our bowers, the spring doth yield us flowers. She sends the vine, he makes the wine, to charm our happy hours. She gives our flock their feeding, he makes them fit for breeding. She decks the plain, he fills the grain, and makes it worth the weeding. Chorus. But the jolly Nymphitis that long his love sought has flustered him now with a large morning's draught. Let's go and divert him whilst he is mellow. You know in his cups he's a hot-headed fellow. The country maids dance. Exit. End of prologue. Act 1 of Dido and Aeneas by Nahum Tate. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Dramatis Personae.
Dido, Queen of Carthage, read by Inkell.
Aeneas, a Trojan, read by Mathias Thorndal.
Belinda, read by TriciaG.
Woman, Attendant and Queen Dido, read by Rapunzelina.
The Sorceress, read by Estefanía.
Inchantress, read by Sonia.
Chorus, read by Beeswaxcandle.
Narration read by Mapstone. Act the first. Scene the palace. Enter Dido and Belinda and train.
Shake the cloud from off your brow, fate your wishes do allow. Empire growing, pleasures flowing, fortune smiles, and so should you. Shake the cloud from off your brow.
Banish sorrow, banish care, grief should ne'er approach the fair.
Ah, Belinda, I am pressed with torment not to be confessed. Peace and I are strangers grown. I languish till my grief is known, yet would not have it guessed.
Grief increasing by concealing.
Mine admits of no revealing.
Then let me speak. The Trojan guest into your tender thoughts has pressed.
The greatest blessing fate can give, our Carthage to secure and Troy revive.
When monarchs unite, how happy their state! They triumph at once on their foes and their fate.
Whence could so much virtue spring? What storms, what battles did he sing? Anchises' valour mixed with Venus' charms, how soft in peace, and yet how fierce in arms.
A tale so strong and full of woe might melt the rocks as well as you.
What stubborn heart unmoved could see such distress, such pity?
Mine with storms of care oppressed is taught to pity the distressed. Mean wretches grief can touch, so soft, so sensible my breast. But ah, I fear, I pity his too much.
Fear no danger to ensue.
The hero loves as well as you.
Ever gentle, ever smiling, and the cares of life beguiling. Cupid, strew your path with flowers, gathered from Elysian bowers.
Dance this chorus, the Basque. Aeneas enters with his train.
See, your royal guest appears. How godlike is the form he bears.
When royal fair shall I be blessed with cares of love and state distressed?
Fate forbids what you ensue.
Aeneas has no fate but you. Let Dido smile, and I'll defy the feeble stroke of destiny.
Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful to a warrior's heart, and she that wounds can only cure the smart.
If not for mine, for empire's sake, some pity on your lover take. Ah, make not on a hopeless fire a hero fall, and Troy once more expire.
Pursue thy conquest, love, her eyes confess the flame her tongue denies.
A dance, guitars chaconne.
To the hills and the vales, to the rocks and the mountains, to the musical groves and the cool shady fountains. Let the triumphs of love and of beauty be shown. Go revel, ye Cupids, the day is your own.
The triumphing dance. End of Act 1. Act 2 of Dido and Aeneas by Nahum Tate. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Act the 2nd. Scene the cave. Enter Sorceress.
Wayward sisters, you that fright the lonely traveller by night, who like dismal ravens crying beat the windows of the dying, appear at my call and share in the fame of a mischief shall make all Carthage to flame.
Enter Enchantresses.
Say, beldam, what's thy will? Harm's our delight, and mischief all our skill.
The Queen of Carthage, whom we hate, as we do all in prosperous state, ere sunset shall most wretched prove, deprived of fame, of life, and love.
Ho ho, ho ho, ho ho.
Ruined ere the set of sun, tell us how shall this be done?
The Trojan prince, you know, is bound by fate to seek Italian ground. The queen and he are now in chase. Hark, how the cry comes on apace. But when they have done, my trusty elf, in form of Mercury himself, as sent from Jove, shall chide his stay, and charge him sail tonight with all his fleet away.
Ho ho, ho ho, ho ho.
Enter 2 drunken sailors. A dance.
But ere we this perform, we'll conjure for a storm, to mar their hunting sport, and drive them back to court.
In our deep vaulted cell the charm we'll prepare, too dreadful a practice for this open air.
Echo dance. Enchantresses and fairies. Enter Aeneas, Dido, and Belinda and their train. Scene the grove.
Thanks to these lonesome vales,
These desert hills and dales, so fair the game, so rich the sport, Diana's self might to these woods resort.
Guitar ground a dance.
Oft she visits this loved mountain, oft she bathes her in this fountain. Here Actaeon met his fate, pursued by his own hounds, and after mortal wounds, discovered too late.
A dance to entertain Aeneas by Dido's women.
Behold upon my bending spear a monster's head stands bleeding, with tushes far exceeding these that Venus huntsmen tear.
The skies are clouded, hark how thunder rends the mountain oaks asunder. Haste, haste, to town, this open field no shelter from the storm can yield.
Exit. The spirit of the sorceress descends to Aeneas in likeness of Mercury.
Stay, prince, and hear great Jove's command. He summons thee this night away.
Tonight?
Tonight thou must forsake this land. The angry god will brook no longer stay. Jove's commands thee waste no more in love's delights those precious hours, allowed by the almighty powers to gain the Hesperian shore, and ruined Troy restore.
Jove's command shall be obeyed. Tonight our anchors shall be weighed, but what language can I try my injured queen to pacify? No sooner she resigns her heart, but from her arms I'm forced to part. How can so hard a fate be took? One night enjoyed, the next forsook. Your be the blame, ye gods, for I obey your will, but with more ease could die.
The Sorceress and her Inchantress.
Then, since our charms have sped, a merry dance be led by the nymphs of Carthage to please us. They shall all dance to ease us, a dance that shall make the spheres to wonder, rending those fair groves asunder.
The Groves Dance. End of Act 2. Act 3 of Dido and Aeneas by Nahum Tate. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Act the 3rd. Scene the ships. Enter the sailors. The Sorceress and her Inchantress.
Come away, fellow sailors, your anchors be weighing. Time and tide will admit no delaying. Take a boozy short leave of your nymphs on the shore, and silence their mourning with vows of returning, but never intending to visit them more.
The sailors dance.
See the flags and streamers curling, anchors weighing, sails unfurling. Phoebus pale, deluding beams, gilding more deceitful streams. Our plot has took, the queen forsook, ho 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 ho. Eliza's ruin, ho ho ho. Next motion must be to storm her lover on the ocean. From the ruins of others our pleasure we borrow. Eliza's bleed tonight, and Carthage flames tomorrow.
Distraction our delight, delight our greatest sorrow. Elysia's dies tonight, and Carthage flames tomorrow.
Jack of the Lanthorn leads the Spaniards out of their way among the enchantresses. A dance. Enter Dido, Belinda, and Train.
Your counsel all is urged in vain. To earth and heaven I will complain. To earth and heaven why do I call? Earth and heaven conspire my fall. To fate I sue, of other means bereft, the only refuge for the wretched left.
See, madame, where the prince appears, such sorrow in his looks he bears.
Aeneas enters.
As would convince you still he's true, what shall lost Aeneas do? How royal fare shall I impart the gods' decree, and tell you we must part?
Thus on the fatal banks of Nile weeps the deceitful crocodile. Thus hypocrites that murder act make heaven and gods the authors of the fact.
By all that's good.
By all that's good no more. All that's good you have forsworn. To your promised empire fly, and let forsaken Dido die.
In spite of Jove's command I stay, offend the gods, and love obey.
No faithless man thy course pursue. I'm now resolved as well as you. No repentance shall reclaim the injured Dido flighted flame. For 'tis enough whate'er you now decree, that you had once a thought of leaving me.
Let Jove say what he will, I'll stay.
Away.
Exit Aeneas.
To death I'll fly, if longer you delay. But death, alas, I cannot shun. Death must come when he is gone.
Great minds against themselves conspire, and shun the cure they most desire.
Thy hand, Belinda, darkness, shades me. On thy bosom let me rest. More I would, but death invades me. Death is now a welcome guest. When I am laid in earth my wrongs create. No trouble in thy breast. Remember me, but forget my fate.
Cupids appear in the clouds o'er her tomb.
With drooping wings you Cupids come to scatter roses on her tomb. soft and gentle as her heart. Keep here your watch, and never part.
Cupid's Dance. Finis. End of Act 3. End of Dido and Aeneas by Nahum Tate.